Friends, have you ever wondered how lollipops are made in massive factories? Or how biscuits like Super, Saltines, or Cheez-It are produced on such a huge scale? And what about mayonnaise? Have you ever seen how it's actually made? Well, in today's video, I'm taking you behind the scenes to uncover how some of our favorite everyday foods are made. So let's dive right into it. Mayonnaise. Let's be real. Fast food just isn't complete without mayo. Whether it's a burger, a chicken wrap, or shawarma, that creamy magic takes everything up a notch. Now, it might just look like a simple white sauce, but behind the scenes, there's a lot going on. In factories, it all starts with eggs. Yep, workers crack and pour hundreds of them into huge mixers. Then, liters of oil are added, and the mixture is blended until it becomes that rich, smooth emulsion we all love. After that, it's gently cooked for hours. During cooking, salt, sugar, and flavorings are added to boost the taste. The result? A creamy, delicious base. And it doesn't stop there. Flavors like garlic, black pepper, and chili get mixed in to create variations we see on store shelves. Finally, machines pour the finished mayo into jars, seal them, and send them off, ready to land in your next sandwich. Sprinkles, those tiny, colorful bits of joy that make cupcakes, cookies, and ice cream just a little more magical. But have you ever wondered how they're actually made? It all starts in a factory with a simple mix: powdered sugar, cornstarch, and some vibrant liquid food coloring. This mixture is kneaded into a dough, kind of like cookie dough, but sweeter and way more colorful. Then comes the fun part. The dough is fed into machines that press it through super tiny holes, almost like a giant pasta maker. Out come long, thin strands that look like rainbow spaghetti. Those strands are chopped up into the little sprinkle pieces we know and love. Some factories even use molds to create fun shapes: stars, hearts, and festive designs for holidays. Once they're cut, the sprinkles are dried to keep them nice and crisp, so they don't melt when you put them on your treats. And finally, they're packed up and shipped off to bakeries, stores, and homes everywhere, just waiting to add a pop of color to your favorite desserts. Let's talk chocolate. But not just any chocolate. We're talking about KitKat, one of the most iconic chocolate bars in the world. It all begins with cocoa beans. They're roasted, ground up, and blended with sugar and milk powder to make a smooth, rich chocolate paste. This creamy mix is cooled and stored, waiting for its big moment. Meanwhile, over in the baking section, the famous crispy wafers are being made. Dough is rolled out super thin, baked into golden sheets, and then sliced into perfect little sticks. Now comes the magic: layering. Chocolate is spread between those wafers like a sandwich, building up that signature crunch. Then, the whole thing gets dipped in more chocolate to create the smooth outer shell. Finally, the bars are molded, cooled, and stamped with the KitKat logo before being wrapped and packed, all by high-speed machines. The result? That iconic snap and delicious combo of crunch and chocolate in every single bite. Biscuits, from salty Saltines to buttery Super and cheesy Cheez-Its. They're one of the world's favorite snacks. But how are they made by the millions? In massive factories, it all starts with huge mixers, blending flour, sugar, salt, baking powder, and oil. Depending on the flavor, things like cheese, cocoa, or vanilla get tossed in too. The dough is then flattened into wide sheets and sent through cutters that stamp out perfect biscuit shapes, whether square, round, or even fun animal shapes. Next stop, the oven. These biscuits travel through huge industrial ovens, some over 100 feet long, baking at just the right temperature to get that golden crunch. After baking, they cool down on long conveyor belts so they don't go soggy. For cream-filled ones, there's an extra step. One machine adds a swirl of cream, chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry, and another gently presses a second biscuit on top. Once they pass a quick quality check, they're packed up and shipped out, ready to be crunched during your next snack break. Lollipops. They're colorful, fun, and a childhood favorite around the world. But have you ever wondered how they're actually made? It all starts with a sweet mix of sugar and glucose syrup. These are heated together until they turn into a thick, sticky candy base. Then comes the fun part. In go the bright colors and bold flavors: cherry red, lemon yellow, blueberry blue, pretty much every color and taste you can imagine. Once the candy hits just the right texture, it's shaped into little round balls, and in go the sticks. As they cool down, they harden into the classic lollipop shape we all recognize. Finally, they're wrapped, packed, and sent off to stores, ready to bring a smile to kids and candy lovers everywhere. Tissues. Soft, simple, and something we use every day. But making them? It's more delicate than you might think. It all starts with trees. Yep, real wood. Logs are stripped and shredded into a soft pulp using giant industrial machines. That pulp gets mixed with water and turned into a smooth paper-like substance. Then, it's passed through huge heated rollers that flatten and dry it into ultra-thin sheets. So thin, they'd tear if you're not careful. To make them stronger but still soft, factories often press multiple layers together. Some tissues even get a little extra love, like added lotion or a light scent to keep things smooth and gentle. Once that's done, the sheets are cut to size, folded or rolled, and packed into those boxes and pocket packs we all keep handy. And just like that, a long, careful process gives us the softness we count on, whether we're sick, emotional, or just cleaning up life's little messes. Crayons, they're bright, waxy, and a childhood essential. But how do they actually come to life? It all starts with paraffin wax, which is melted down in large vats until it turns into a clear hot liquid. Next, powdered pigments are added. These give crayons their bold, beautiful colors: red, green, blue, purple, every shade you can imagine. Once the color is mixed in evenly, the hot wax is poured into crayon-shaped molds. These molds cool quickly, turning the liquid wax into solid sticks. After they harden, the crayons pop out of the molds and are sent through machines that smooth and wrap each one in its signature paper label. Finally, they're sorted by color, packed into those familiar boxes, and shipped out, ready to bring creativity to kids and adults around the world. If you learned something new or just enjoyed the ride, don't forget to like,